grab your torso.
Yeah. That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
For 10 more damage.
Alright.
Then the wyvern, who's also right next to you, is first it's going to try and to bite you in, and it's gonna tries to grab onto your shoulder.
The wyvern or the drake?
Drake, sorry. That misses.
Yes.
And after the drake missed you with its or wasn't able to like really hurt you, even though he like his teeth lashed onto your shoulder, he's going to kind of try and tail whip you, and you're right on your knees. He's gonna like also missing, and then Then
I flip away from her attack.
Yeah, as you you do that, the wyvern then lifts up into the air. You get an attack of opportunity.
Stun it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try one more time. 21.
That is going to hit.
Damn.
So how much damage?
8.
The wyvern is not even concerned with your feeble attack, but lifts up into the air and begins to soar about 80 feet in the air. Biff, you are up.
Okay, how close is the nearest guy to me?
You are at the top of the mountain, so 100. So the closest one is like 15 feet, and then there are 2 more guys a little farther down that are 30 feet.
Okay, I guess I'll attack the guy at 15 feet. Which one is that?
That is the human who looks kind of draconic.
Okay, I'll attack him.
Okay. And what are you attacking with?
Just my fists.
Okay. So you're running up to him?
Yeah.
So you run into Rogers Sagan's little field, and does that affect teammates at all?
Nope. When I cast it, I can designate targets that it does not.
Is that still up? How long does that last? So what happens if they are in it?
At the start, when they first enter it, which is when I cast it and ran into them, and then at the start of their turn, they take 3d8 radiant with a wisdom save for half, and it's also difficult terrain, so it's half movement. The half movement doesn't care about their save.
Okay.
And I can protect any allies that I choose to at the casting.
Okay, sounds good.
So kind of a nice spell.
I have not seen your attack roll, Biff.
Yeah, I was trying to roll. It keeps giving me a syntax error.
I know when I had the syntax errors, I hadn't added the crit damage on the weapons page. I apparently didn't like that.
You had what?
I hadn't added the crit damage on the weapons page, and so it was giving me syntax errors.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably it.
That is going to hit.
Okay. There's my 2 unarmed.
Okay, for a total of 12 damage.
Where are you hitting?
The one that's in your the Sagan's.
Oh, the one in the melee with? Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, the one in the melee with?
Okay,
Yeah.
Corey, you are up. Oh, sorry, Biff, you're still up.
Yeah. If that didn't, I guess it's not down. Then
He looks pretty injured,
I'll
but he's
use
still
my
alive.
bonus action to. I'll use my bonus action to attack it.
Okay. That he looks extremely injured and he falls to the ground. But he's not quite dead. He's like lying down on the ground.
Okay.
Corey, you are up.
So the wyvern's flying up in the air. Where's everybody else in relation to?
So the wyvern is up in the air, but he's still, more than 100 feet away from you now.
Yeah.
The drake is 100 feet downward, or 90 feet downward, I said. The lady is also in the camp on the other side from the wyvern and stuff, but she's a little over 100 feet from you. And then you have on the mountain, you have the guy who's down about 15 feet from you, and two more guys behind him 15 more feet. So 30 feet from you.
Okay, so the two people at the bottom, the drake and the woman, how close are they together?
Right now they are about the range of a fireball. Whatever the radius of a fireball is. Or not
That
radius.
fireball hit them both.
Diameter.
Last time.
Whatever the diameter of the fireball is. So they're 40 feet apart.
I'll shoot a fireball down there then.
Okay. So rolling the drake first. Now rolling her. Okay.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'm sure they
23
failed
damage.
yours.
Very nice.
And then for my bird, I'm going to send him down to that 15-foot person,
Mm-hmm.
do the aid action, and fly off.
Okay. The drake falls down to the ground after the smoke clears. You see the drake lying down on the ground.
Okay.
And the caster?
I'm trying
That
to
is
decide.
taking probably about 60 damage or so.
I'm trying to decide what I want to do with her right now. She also looks really. She also falls to the ground, but yeah, she also falls down to the ground.
She dead? Can I transfer my hex off her? Or
Um,
is it staying on her?
read the ability for hex. How does that work?
I can only transfer it if the target is dead.
You cannot transfer it then.
Okay.
I thought it's 0 hit points.
Well, yeah, technically 0 hit points.
Then you can transfer it off.
Oh, okay.
The wuss.
Alar, you are up.
I just went.
Oh yeah, you did. Alman, you're up.
Okay, I am. Is there anybody else down by me that's standing?
No, there's the wyvern a couple hundred, like 100 feet in the air. There's the lady who's lying down on the ground.
Okay, you want me to kill her? I shout out, should I kill the caster?
Or
Well, she's already down, right? So for all we know, she is dead.
You
Okay.
can get the wyvern.
Yeah, you do not know if she's dead or not. You have no idea.
I can't. The wyvern's 100 feet in the air, so I don't have my darts or my.
Ooh, I'll get him. I'll get him on my turn.
Okay. So am I? How far away from the two guys that are still standing?
They are. I said they're about 70 feet from you.
Okay, then
70 feet up.
I will bonus action step of the wind again to get up to them.
Okay.
back up the way you came.
And jumping most of it, because I can jump 54 feet, so run just a little bit. That way, I'm avoiding difficult terrain and so on and so forth.
Okay.
And I will attack one of them. 10 probably misses.
Yep,
16
that's gonna hit.
for 5.
He looks really, really injured. Or actually, she does. It's a female.
And that would be the end of my turn, and I shout out, if anybody has some healing, it would be much appreciated.
Okay. What is everyone's passive perception?
17.
13.
16.
15.
Okay. That one's on the ground. They are up. The two of them.
Cool. They make wisdom saves. Take 11.
They're not in
Half.
your sphere, are they?
I thought you thought the two were in the sphere.
Okay, yeah. I forgot. 30 feet radius. Yeah, foot radius. Yeah. It's save for half. You said.
Yep.
I'm gonna check the HP of the second one. I think he's gonna be dead though. Yeah, they're both dead. No, one of them actually could live. Only doing the one that could possibly live. The other one's dead. They both fall down to the ground, dead.
Nice.
Turn on the lawnmower. Picking up their bodies as I walk along. Do 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 do.
Did that take us out of combat, Dean?
The wyvern is still in the air.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep, I'll take care of
How
him.
high up is the wyvern?
He is about 80 feet in the air. But he's like, so he's like maybe like 130 feet from you guys, because he's, you know, up diagonally.
Okay.
Yeah, Sagan's up.
Yep. Alright, I will cast a 3rd level guiding bolt at him. Yeah, that's about all I can do.
Okay.
Sorry, how high up did you say it was?
I said he was 80 feet away, 80 feet up, but 130 feet away.
Okay. Well, I'll run forward 10 feet.
Okay.
Within 120 feet of him. And then I'll just huck a guiding bolt at his ass.
Okay.
It's going to be a 3rd level, so it'll be 66, because guiding bolt scales like garbage.
Okay. Do I get a save on that? Oh,
Nope,
it's
I
an
just
attack
hit you.
roll.
Oh, and
Well,
I crit you though, so never mind. So I've got to add in some... that's actually not even fully correct. Is that enough to kill him? Because I still actually got to
No,
add
no.
more.
Not at all.
Okay, well, I've got to add... So it's going to be 66, so it's 12d6, so I got to add 4 more d6.
Okay.
Another 14. Dang, good roll on that last one.
So that's a
I have
Wow,
total-
where does that come from?
Guiding bolt.
No, the extra 46.
Is that crit?
It automatically added that in there.
Sorry, because I cast it as a 3rd level, which makes it 66 total, but the spell didn't account.
Oh,
I
okay.
cast it as 3rd
Got
level.
it. Yep. Okay.
He is still alive, but he looks
So
pretty injured.
28,
39.
points of damage, and the next attack has advantage against it.
Okay, Giron, you're up.
And I'm gonna finish it off with
I
a.
suspect he's just going to get fireballed into oblivion anyways.
No, I'm not gonna fireball. Thinking just a
User
second
in
level
your
magic
channel
missile
timed
might do
out.
it.
User
Maybe.
entered your channel.
There we go. Sorry.
Well,
there,
you've
I
got
can block out.
advantage.
Yeah, the only attack roll I have is firebolt, and that's gonna do 2d10, which
Yeah,
my
it's a
magic
waste.
missile will do a lot more.
I mean, just fireball him again. I got fireballs for days. Even saving for half against your fireball is going to be about the same as a magic missile, anyways. So
We are going to be sleeping soon, assuming we survive.
if we kill them, we're still going to go to the pool to make secure the point, but we have no real time crunch after this. So blow them away.
Yeah, I guess making a magic missile do more damage is just gonna use a higher level slot. So yeah, I'll chuck a fireball at him.
What's my DC to hit?
DC is 15.
Perfectly average roll. Done. 39 plus 27 plus whatever he ate before in the fireball.
He looks extremely, extremely injured, but he is still flying.
Aww.
Really?
Yup.
All right then. Well, I got nothing else, so that's it.
Okay. Tarsus, you are up.
Alright, so I moved 30 feet the previous round. If I move 30 feet towards the wyvern, how far away from it will I be?
You would move 30 feet down. I mean, you'll be about 100 feet away from it.
Damn. Is there any place where I can climb up to get 90 feet away from it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. You can get 90 feet away from it. Yeah, you
All right,
climb up a
awesome.
little bit. You're gonna have to jump and attack at the same time. You're gonna have to jump, and then at the apex of the jump, you're gonna have to attack.
You'll have advantage on it.
What
'cause
will I
bold.
have to roll for that?
I
User
don't know
disconnected
yet.
from the
I
channel.
don't know if there is rolling on jumping. Is there?
No, but there
No,
might be on
it's-
like
Yeah,
jumping and
yeah,
then
you can
attacking.
ask for an athletics check. It says
Yeah,
roll.
I'm gonna say that you can just do it.
Alright, cool. So
The landing might not
all I
go
need
so
to do is
well.
jump
The
up and
land
hex
might
him.
not go
That's
so
all.
well, but the attack
So
is
I'm-
going to be fine. Well, what are you attacking with? That's going to matter.
Oh, I'm
actually.
not going to attack. I'm just transferring my hex. That's all I want to do.
Oh, boring. So you're not even going to jump Eldritch Blast?
Nope. I just want to jump because my Eldritch Blast is 120. I just need to get that hex on.
Okay. Then in that case, you jump up, you cast your hex. Give me a acrobatics check to land.
All right.
DC 13. Because you're
Just made it.
just made it. You as you land, you quickly crash into the ground. You bend your knees at just the right moment, and you know you have your whole body absorb the shock. It's and you slip a little, but you're still standing.
All right. So I'm going to cast a Scorching Ray at level 3
Okay.
at this thing.
Okay.
Your first roll
My-
will be at advantage.
What's that? Oh, the first one has advantage.
Yep.
I'll roll an extra d20 right now. So either, oops. Either that or there's the first beam.
Okay.
Here's second beam.
It looks like it's you definitely hit it. And how long are you gonna wait before like doing the second beam?
Oh, I just did the second one.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep shooting.
Yeah.
All 4 beams are going towards him. So.
Cool. So yeah, give me all those rolls.
Oh, crit.
Oh,
It's gone.
yeah.
The
You
as
probably vaporized
you
it.
you hit it, and suddenly it starts spiraling downwards, directly below it, and it now crashes into the ground. But it was, if you remember, it was directly above Biff. Biff, give me a
Oh shit.
give me a
Oh,
dex
if I
save.
see it, if I see it going toward one of my party members, I'll cast Featherfall on it.
Nice reaction.
Give me a dex check on your or dex or perception to see if you can react in time.
My passive perception is 15. Sure, I'll roll an active. one.
Let's go active. Yeah, DC 13 though. Okay, so you get it off and you cast the Featherfall and then you safely lower it to the ground.
So yeah, you have 1 round to move out of the way before it crashes into you.
Nice.
Okay, Biff, you are up.
Okay, so that half dragon guy next to me is.
They're all of those guys near you are dead.
Okay, who's the nearest? Is the Drake's?
No, the nearest thing is the wyvern that's about to hit you.
No. Okay, so I'll just move out of the way then.
Okay.
Anybody have speak with dead so we could question?
Are all? Did we take all of them out?
I think so.
Yeah, you did.
All right, then yeah, we move up to the camp and check them all.
What are you gonna do?
Loot
Well,
their bodies.
Okay, well, so they are up top. You know, so you check the ones up top first, I assume.
I go
yeah.
straight to the spellcaster.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me where everyone is right now.
Sagan's running down the hill towards the spellcaster.
Okay.
As I'm running down the hill, I use wholeness of body.
Okay, what does that do?
It heals me 21 hit points.
Okay. So what is so you're still at the bottom. What is everyone else doing? I just want to know what everyone's doing.
I'll just help loot and keep my imp
Are you
scouting around, making sure
are you going to loot
nothing else is around.
Are you going to go to the guys up top, the Drake, or the Wyvern who's next to the Drake, or the Spellcaster?
I'm up by the.
Oh, you're at, anybody
I'm
at the
up top.
Spellcaster?
Several people went to the Spellcaster already.
Dragon guy.
Okay, I'll check out the Wyvern, I guess.
Okay. So who's up top?
I'm with the. I think me and Sagan are right by the 3 dead guys.
Okay,
The-
and everyone else is either checking the Wyvern or the Lady. Okay, Alar is also up top.
Sagan's running down to the dead lady.
Okay,
I'm running by my 3 guys and going right down to the dead lady.
so you guys
I
all.
want her in my field.
So the people who run down to the dead lady, you notice she's not there.
Wait, what?
She's not there.
Oh, snap, son.
Well, when did that happen?
You guys all rolled active you guys all rolled. I forget if it was active or passive, but you did not see it happen.
You did passive.
I did passive, and yeah.
I'd like to do an active perception check to try to spot like what happened, where she go, trails, footsteps,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I will seek the great guidance of the warrior god while I do so. Oh, come on, 11.
As you're looking around, you don't see anything, but suddenly a blast of cold air and frost erupts towards you. Everyone on the bottom give me a con save.
Was she
Crap.
invisible when she did that or something?
Yep.
Was she within 15 feet of me when she did that?
Oh yeah, actually. Can I counterspell that if I see the effect?
You can't see this.
If
No,
if
you can't see her.
That's the reason I
Okay.
asked if she was invisible.
No,
'Cause I
she was.
gonna
Yeah.
do that.
No, you cannot counterspell it. She is within. I'll roll something, and we're gonna determine.
Oh, I didn't even have a spell slot anyway.
What is the within range of her gonna do?
And she takes damage from
Okay.
the spirit guardians.
Then no, she's not within. She's not
Okay,
not an idiot.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, no, she saw the
But
spirit
you got
guardian,
con save,
so
I'm fine.
I'm gonna luck that con save.
You're lucky, oh so lucky.
There we go. That's better.
okay. So the DC is 14.
17. Yeah, we're fine. Give us that half damage.
Who failed it?
Nobody.
No one.
Well, she's about to have a very bad time.
Everyone takes 17 points of damage.
Well,
And
my arcane
spirit
ward is
guardians
down,
are
and I
still
took 1 damage.
Okay.
I gotta make a con save to see if my hex is still there.
Okay.
Yep.
Someone else took resiliency con.
So I'm assuming we see this big, huge burst of cold.
Yep.
Or is it level sorcerer?
Are we able to see her?
Nope.
Level of fighter.
I'm gonna pull out my wand to detect magic.
Okay.
I mean, can I see where it came from?
Yeah, you see where it came from.
Good. I double move in that direction, which means I move 60 feet towards her and I'm waiting for my field to smack into her.
Okay. Let me check something.
Yeah, wherever that cone of cold came from, a fireball detonates at the apex of that cone. And, yeah.
And what's the radius on that?
20-foot radius.
Cool.
I go to wherever the cone was coming from.
And you
I
shoot
look
it right at that base? Cool.
whatever direction it was coming from, the point where the cone meets, 20-foot radius, boom.
Okay. You don't. Yeah. Okay. You guys do not notice anything.
Do I see anything?
Remind me what you did? Oh, you used a. What
Wand
did
of
you?
What
did you do with it?
Magic detection.
Did you use it?
Yeah.
Yeah, within 30 feet, unfortunately.
And I'm doing an active perception.
Yeah,
also.
I'm gonna do an active perception too.
Okay.
Well, that didn't work though.
The wand doesn't. What's the range on the wand to detect magic?
30 feet, I think.
30,
Yeah,
30
then
feet
no.
from the caster.
Then you do not. And anyone
Surely
else?
She's cast greater invisibility.
Was that Alman? Was that your perception to see if you see her?
Yes.
Or hear her, I
Let's
guess.
hear her, see her.
Because she couldn't have hide, right? Because she cast a spell, so she can't hide and do that. At the same
You
time.
notice that it's
Well, when
late
someone
at
attacks
night.
you from being invisible, they give away their position.
Now
So-
she has greater invisibility cast.
Well, even if you're invisible, you still
You give
know
away
which
your
direction
position,
this-
yeah,
that it
because
came
you
from.
see the spell.
Because you can see the spell, but then she can move.
Oh man, how am I gonna?
As long as she's not doing a hide check while moving, then shouldn't be
She
too bad.
isn't.
I mean,
Almond should have something. I'm just trying to figure out how to explain it. Should know something.
Dust kicking up from her feet.
oh, we're in grasslands.
Yeah. Well, no, not
Grass
anymore. You're in
moving.
the mountains.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
No, I don't know how you would. Yeah, no. Based on what she's doing, I don't really know how you would see her. So.
Well, perception is using all your senses. And
Yeah.
she obviously couldn't make a stealth check and cast the spell and move. So,
Maybe she
Unless she has
stinks.
2 levels of fighter.
You notice that you notice a little bit of you did notice that a little bit of dust or like a small like pebble landed on your shoulder.
okay,
Like
so
really
she-
small.
Look up.
She's above us.
Well, no, then we would have seen the point of origin. The cold would have been in the air.
Well, she flew up after the spell is what she's done.
She, not with a fly spell, she didn't.
Why
Otherwise,
couldn't
the
she have
Double
invisibility's gone.
concentration.
shit?
Both
Really?
invisibility and flyer concentration. Yeah.
Fuck, 1 sec, let me double check something.
She was on the wyvern. But then the wyvern won't be invisible.
Dude, don't hurt my greater invisibility plus fly.
Unless you
Yeah,
want wizards to
fifth
start being
edition
able
got
to do
rid of that. Even though they have some, even though there are some instances where I think I've seen where they say, "Yeah, the guy turns invisible and then casts fly," and it's like, no, they can't do both of those things.
Yeah, no,
It depends. Like if they have some way of doing it without requiring concentration for the invisibility, then yes. But that's pretty hard to find.
you
or if they have
know,
a natural fly speed.
Yeah, the only thing I know of is a wizard invocation, high level wizard invocation.
you shouldn't have told me that. Maybe she's now a high level wizard.
Like, I think level 15.
Thank you for mentioning that. In that
She
case,
suddenly appears.
she suddenly appears 60 feet in the air.
Yay! We all blow her.
All right, then yeah, fireball, boom.
Fireball, guiding bolts. You know, fuck, I cast whole person on her.
That won't. Well, I mean, it'll make her auto fail dexterity.
But no, in all seriousness, what are you guys doing?
In all seriousness, I'm casting whole
Killing
person
her?
on her.
What are you casting on her?
Whole person. It'll auto. If she fails, she'll auto lose her concentration. She'll lose fly. She'll fall 60 feet. 15 wisdom.
You are not. You try and cast it, but you realize that it is. But your magic seems to be stifled.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Well, that's
counterspell?
fine. That's fine. She
Counterspell.
can't do it again.
Wait,
Yeah,
really?
She counterspelled me, and then you just smack her.
Fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now her body falls down to the ground.
Yep. Well, I
take
have
her
a
arcane focus.
glaringly obvious lack of my spellbook needs a see invisibility spell in it because that was really scary.
Dude, oh my god. She should have, you know what? She should have used her fireball at the beginning and not taken you guys so
no
lightly.
kidding.
Should've.
You said she cast fire bolt. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, she cast firebolt
Over
on
with
one
a
person.
cantrip? Really? Really? You're running with a cantrip? You could have like fireballed the whole group back there in the back. You could have cone of cold the monk. All sorts of fun stuff. Nope.
Yep.
Nope. You're gonna throw a fireball. I'm like, alright, you want to get your butt kicked?
Well,
Here we come.
the wyvern was between me and her, so if she attacked me, that was probably all she could have done. But she could have fireballed the group.
Yeah, she should have fireballed the group is what she should have done. But
I'm gonna second win, by the way.
You're gonna what?
Second win.
Okay.
So yeah, we loot the place, and it was awful nice of them to set up a camp for us.
Yeah. I
Yep.
mean, that's the least they could do, I guess.
Take a little nappy time.
I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back.
I'm talking for our characters. Take
Let's
a little
like
nappy time.
decapitate this chick. Make sure she doesn't
I-
have chicks.
Just cut her hands off.
Guys, just give me a second
Yeah.
here. I'm just gonna stand next to her for about, let's say, a minute, and my little field will just basically chew her entire being up as radiant energy just destroys her even dust components.
Well, we might not want to kill her yet. We might have questions, like where they're going.
Well, we already know where they're going.
Oh,
Why?
yeah, I suppose
Well,
that's true. Well, we could
maybe
just
pull a
we could off them
Radiance.
then.
Yeah, no, her body turns to constituent particles of radiant energy.
After
I
we
got-
do it, of course.
Yeah, I got a little nervous there when I dropped down to 10 hit points.
Yeah, if she had cast a real spell at you, you'd have been actually down. But I mean, I've got
Yeah, that
a
wyvern did a
bajillion
lot of damage.
abilities to,
Yeah.
you know.
Now
literally
I'm
have
kind of
Revivify,
now
so
I'm
worst
kind of
case scenario.
scratching my head, going, why didn't I never take see invisibility? And now I'm probably gonna have to waste one of my 4th level up spells on see invisibility.
There's better ones. I actually like. Well, what's the range on see invisibility? 60 feet or 30 feet?
It's you target yourself, and
No, I
your
know, but-
sight becomes see invisibility and
Oh, okay,
ethereal
yeah.
creatures.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
you can see anything that's invisible within your sight range.
No, yeah, taking greater invisibility is fantastic because it means you can't counterspell. Or at least it's very difficult to counterspell.
Well, even regular invisibility, because you don't become visible until you actually get the spell off. But yeah, that was really scary because not having see invisibility, she could have totally just kept screwing with us.
Well, eventually I'd stop rolling a 1 or 2s on my perception. I've got +7 to it. As soon as I get roughly where she's at, I just run into her and smack her with the
Yeah.
shield to drop her concentration.
That seems like a hole that I got to patch up in my strategy though of not letting people get away.
I'm back. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
What did we find?
Oh, on them?
Yeah.
You. Oh, that's unfortunate. No XP for you guys. You guys. The only thing that a value that they have is a small spell book.
I
Yoink.
took a nap next to her body, and all the organic components that can be vulnerable to radiant light are reduced to constituent particles.
Unfortunately, the small spell book was destroyed by his little creatures.
No, non-organic material. I'll leave it. I wouldn't destroy the spell book, Jesus. I'd turn it off if that's what it was doing.
I need to put my headphone in or plug them in. Be right 1 sec.
User joined your channel.
Okay, she has a spell book. That's the only thing of value that you saw. Let me tell you what spells it had.
This one can probably go to Alar because I already have this spellbook.
Okay.
Because I killed her in the last mission.
Me too. She doesn't like us very much.
Well, she's supposed to get away, but she has a tendency to, you know, not have a lot of hit points because she's a wizard, so before she gets a chance to run away, she's dead.
Okay, those are the spells that she has.
I think the spell book has different spells in it, though, doesn't it?
This I don't
'Cause-
know. I'd have to look that. I'd have to
Because
check
when
that.
because when I copied the spell book, it had different spells in it.
We should get a new one. Because you took it.
Maybe the adventures were written by different people, and that was not something they checked. I mean, that's probably what it is.
Well, I could go for that greater invisibility, I think.
Well, it's a spell book, right? You can both copy the spells out of it
Yep.
later.
So we'll do that.
Well, one of us can. One
Yeah,
of us is out
I
of
can
money.
because, well,
Oh.
depending on if I level up, because I have spell slots, I just can't prepare that spell level yet. Because I'm multi-classed.
So, long
okay.
rest here, and then try to find this crater.
Yeah, take a little nappy time.
Did anybody have a speak dead ritual so we could see what they knew and where they were going?
Nah. I could
Okay.
revivify her if you wanted. I can revivify her at one point if you want to interrogate her. And you want to give me 300 gold.
What did you say you could do?
I can bring her back to life with 1 HP if you feel like it's 300 gold though.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
Okay, so you don't want that bad.
No, I
How
don't
bad
want
do
that.
you want to talk to her?
So there's no orders on any of these guys or anything?
Nope.
Oh well, I guess, yeah, just sleep, continue into the hills.
Rifle through their campsite looking for anything.
You find a letter mentioning the name Cranon. Which
What
you
by chance does
you-
it say?
you recognize the
his
name as that of Cranon's Crater.
Oh yeah.
And the only thing it says is negotiate with Cranon.
Oh, Cranon's a person.
Negotiate an alliance with Cranon.
Okay.
Alright
Crandon.
Okay.
Crazy old coot.
Alright, so let's get our rest in and then go find Cranon.
Yep, Leomon's tiny hut, because it's cold as hell.
Yeah, so
And I like to keep my feet warm at night.
okay, so yeah, everyone's in the tiny hut.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Mailman, tiny hut.
Apparently Alar wants his own tiny hut.
So in the middle of the night, you see anyone who is on watch, or the orc, or the elf, sees a group of 6 orcs roam through the camp, and they
Wake me up, I want to ambush him.
they
Just shoot through the hut, right?
Yeah, you can, and they can't come in.
they start, like, they see the hut and they walk around it trying to find a door.
Oh, this is hilarious.
I immediately give them a door to the face with my sword.
You're asleep, dude.
Wake my ass up!
Nope, the only one who's awake is the elf, because I said so. And
Wake everybody up.
you see 6 orcs all, like, walking around this your hut looking for a door or an entrance or something, and they're peering inside and they're really confused.
So I'm gonna kick gear on, and then I want to cast Mage Hand on the outside and make it point, like to keep going around.
You can't cast through this hut. You can
Can't?
shoot at it, but you can't cast through it.
Why can't you cast through it?
I think that's
Can
what
I
it says,
cast on
doesn't
the
it?
inside and send it through it and have it point around?
No, it's translucent. Like, we can see through it. It's translucent.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
just
no, I get that. No,
but
this
anyone
is-
outside the hut, when I cast it, can't come in.
But they can see inside?
No, they can't. It's
Okay, that's
opaque.
what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, it's opaque from the outside.
I speak orc. Are they saying anything important?
You're asleep.
Oh, I thought he said he woke everybody up.
He
No,
just
no, no.
woke
I
Gyron
said I
up.
woke gear on, and then for my first
Oh,
action,
okay.
I'm putting a mage hand outside, doing like bending
Oh
the
yeah,
finger
it
to
says
come
spells
here
and
and
other
pointing
magical
around to the
effects
side.
can't
And-
extend through the dome. Well,
They,
Well,
um,
when he
so
wakes
mage
me
hand
up, I'll
can.
wake up whoever's next to me.
Yeah.
They see the finger and one of them points to another. And
While Giron's waking everybody up, I'll do like a 2-finger movement, like walk with the hand and
they
move it around the hut.
they continue to follow the hand, and now they're like really curious about this hand. They're bending over, like walking with the hand, just following it and looking at it, and they're now more interested in the hand than they are in the hut.
So after they go to the other side, I'll put up my hand as a stop motion,
They all suddenly stop.
and I'll point to the hut and pull it back inside.
They
So, like, I'll point at it like this is the door, and then I'll pull the hand back inside.
they quickly one of them, most of them, 5 of them stay still, but one of them walks up to the hut.
Does he walk into it and bang his head?
Can he see through it? It's not invisible, is it?
No, he can't see through it, but basically I pull the hand through it so that way, like, the hand...
It appears as one solid colored dome to them.
Yeah, so he wouldn't walk into it. He walks up to it.
I didn't know if he thought it'd be an illusion or something.
No, he's not that smart.
I'll put the hand on the other side and tug on his collar a little bit and pull it back in.
He just
anyone
looks
woke
around
us
and
up
walks in
yet?
a circle. Yeah, I think everyone's been woken up. I think.
Yeah, with
Kiro-
that
but I
whole,
figured go
they're
outside and
walking
beat the
all
crap out
over
of
the
these
place.
things.
I mean, that's plenty
I'm
of
basically
time.
keeping them distracted while everybody else is...
Can you just keep them on one side of the hut so we can all go to the other side and then just like launch on them?
Oh no, I'm going right out. I'm going right in the middle.
Are they saying anything, Dean?
Now that you're awake, they're saying, what's here? Can't get in. They like now they're like knocking on it, and they're like, what's hand? Don't understand. I have hand.
I will say in Orcish in as booming a voice as I can. What is the god of orcs?
Grumsh.
And I say, I am Grummish. This is the altar to me. Bow before me.
They quickly say, Grumsh, and they all get down on their knees and they and say, Grumsh, we are sorry.
I'll put my hand back outside and pat the one that said that. I guess they wouldn't
Lay
care.
your weapons on the ground, and my hand will bring them in and make them magical for you.
Grumsh, what have we done to deserve such honor?
Your vast intelligence at finding my altar impressed me.
Grumsh, we are not worthy. But they put their weapons down.
I start gathering up the weapons and bringing them inside with the mage hand.
Nice.
The problem with that is that the weapons were not in the hut when it was cast, so they actually can't go in.
Yeah, they can. Just creatures. I mean, technically, the mage hand can't leave.
Liamon's tiny hut.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, is it only creatures? Like
Creatures
so you
and
can take
objects?
And the objects, yeah. But it also says spells and other magical effects can't extend through the door and won't be cast through it, so the mage hand can.
Creatures and objects within the dome when you cast the spell can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna say that the hand, you can cast the hand to appear on the other side, so it never passes
Just
through.
move the weapons to the top of the hut.
Yeah, I'll move the move the
So
weapons
I'll
to the roof of
drag
the
'em up.
dome. Yeah.
Up on top of the hut and start making a pile of them. And then when I do so, I'll start moving my hands in flashy gestures.
They say, "Oh great Grumsh, let us be your eye."
After moving my hand a little bit, I'll cast a fire.
Tell them to take one of their own eyes out.
Or I could say, I am searching for another with great power, Cranon. Is his name Cranon?
Yeah.
There is another not far from here with great power. I am wanting to speak with him. Do you know where Cranon is?
Cranon and Crater.
I am sending some of my exarchs, and they will...
my non-orcish exarchs.
Yeah. And they wish to ally with him, so do not bar their path.
Of course, Grumsh, we will do such things. How can we be the one eye of Grumsh?
Go back to your village and speak my words, and rejoice that your village will be blessed with 100 years of honor and combat.
But Grumsh, great Grumsh, our village already speaks of your holiness, of when the days of the gods divided the world. You have claimed the mountains, but they have been taken by dwarves and giants. Then you laid claim to the forest, but they were taken by elves. The gods laughed at you, Grumsh, but we were strong. You bellowed. You laid waste to the mountains, Grumsh. We speak of your tales.
So do not bar my exarch's path, and go back to your village now. I will visit you in your sleep tonight and tell you what your mission will be.
Grumsh, oh great Grumsh, we shall head back, but shall you take? Would you like the Orc Eye of Grumsh to escort with Exarch?
Yes.
Grumsh, oh great Grumsh, please make me the one eye. And one of them steps forward, and he kneels down on the ground and tilts his head down.
Okay, now out of character, I assume we'll take him with us as a guide?
Maybe. I'm not telling you that.
No, not you, Dean. I'm talking to the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You should tell him to rip out one of his eyes, though.
To be... but then he might be less effective for us. But we can... We can firebolt a tattoo on his forehead of an eye.
No, I think like in their society, to become one of the one eyes, they have to rip out their own eye.
Oh, okay. To become my one eye, you must rip out your left eye, and then you will be my exarch's guide.
Grumsh, I understand, but I do not have elf to sacrifice to give you. How can I properly respect you without an elven body?
Okay, hearing this, I start disguising our elf friend as a non-elf. Anything he prefers. He or she.
Since you are at my altar, the elf is not necessary. My power alone will make the transformation happen.
They say, "Oh, great Grumsh, you are strong and mighty. You are forgiving and merciful, but you are also bellowing and destructive. We love you, Grumsh." And then one of them comes up to him and he taps him on the shoulder, and they whisper something in each other's ears. And then the guy who you'd been talking to says, "Oh, great Grumsh, I imagine this is test. Please, I will bring you elf. You wait here." And he walks away.
Okay.
Just
the others are still here?
Yeah, the five are still there. There's just one walked away, and then just 20 seconds later, he walks back and he's carrying the body of the mage you guys just killed.
Okay.
He says, "Oh, great Grumsh, you have supplied me a body. I have an elf, Now I can give you elf as tribute. And he places the elf's body on top of the hut and above the weapons, and then takes one of the weapons back and stabs it into where her heart was, and then cuts a hole, like using his raw strength. He literally is cutting through bone, and he rips out her heart. And
as he's doing this, I'm going to sculpt firebolt around her body.
Okay. And then he says, "Oh, great Grumsh!" And then he takes the heart and he takes a bite into it. And as he does that, his face twinges in like disgust. But then he says, "Oh, great Grumsh, here is your sacrifice. Now we have one more." And he takes out a knife and he puts it up to his own eye. And he's trying to take it out, and he's really he's like scared to understandably, but suddenly he closes both of his eyes and he just pushes his hand forward and screams in pain. He howls, a pain you guys have not heard in years. And but then after a minute he rips his own eye out and drops it inside the cavity of her chest, and he says, "Grumsh, now the sacrifice is complete. Make me your eye."
Tell him he made a mistake. He's like, "Oh, did I say the left eye? I meant the right one."
And the other thing, the healer could cast a minor heal to make the eye not be in pain, just to kind of reiterate our power.
Also, anyone, give me a DC 15 religion check. And if you speak Orcish, you have advantage. Okay, so anyone who got a 15 or higher knows that it is traditional, well, not traditional, but if an orc slays an elf in Grumsh's name and offers the corpse of its foe as a sacrifice to Grumsh, the god of slaughter, an aspect of the god may appear, and they usually demand one additional sacrifice, one of the orc's own eyes, and that is to symbolize the loss that Grumsh suffered at the hands of his greatest enemy, Corlin Larethian. And if the orc does indeed pluck out its own eyes, Grumsh sometimes grants the orc spellcasting abilities and a special favor, along with the right to call itself an Eye of Grumsh. So, yeah, that is part of their religion that you guys may or may not know.
Can one of us do like an illusion to put an image of Grumsh next to him?
Yeah.
I will start using thaumaturgy to have the ground shake. Like smoke quivering through the ground.
I will be casting like Firebolt and Ray of Frost and doing Sculpt around him, so it looks like he has magical abilities being placed around his body.
Okay.
And I grant this boon to you, Eye. No mortal weapon can hurt you as long as you truly believe. Therefore, if he gets hit, then he's not worthy, and it's not the magic backfiring on it.
Okay. He says, "Oh, great Grumsh, I will live up to this honor." And he then puts his hand in the air, and as all you guys have all this magic happening around him, and suddenly he begins to levitate, even though you guys have not done anything to make him levitate.
Oh shit!
And
we've actually summoned Garage.
Well, he didn't actually slay the elf, right? So.
And then all of a sudden a blue spear comes, just appears above where his hand is, which he's extending up, and the spear slowly lowers into his hand, and then he grabs the spear.
Good job, guys. We actually performed a ritual to Garumsh.
That's
I just wanted to go
XP.
kill him. Now we're
Yep.
invoking Orcan gods. Good job. Just saying.
And then
Way better murder about it.
then he says, "O great Exarch of Grumsh, let us be your guardian. Let us be your protector. Let us escort you and honor Grumsh."
Yes, we will
After
do
we
that.
finish sleeping.
Rest now. Recover your strength. My exarchs will arrive first thing in the morning, and we will expedite ourselves to Krenin.
Yes, O great Grumsh. How will we know when Exarch is here?
They will walk out of this hut. The
Altar.
one you cannot.
Altar. Altar. Cough. Thaumaturgy. Altar.
They will walk out of this altar, the one that you cannot enter.
O great Grumsh, only you could make man appear out of altar. You summon greatness from nothing. You are not only the god of savagery, you are creator. All hail Grumsh, down with Corellon.
Down with Corellon.
Yeah. What he said.
All right, cool.
And they begin to as they over time they all rest up. They all like sit in a circle around the altar and lean back and eventually fall asleep on it.
All right, so we got an escort. So the elf in our party, would you like me to disguise you so you're not an elf?
Yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt.
Be much easier to do that way than come up with a story while you're in the exarchs.
Yeah.
All right, here's my roll for disguise.
Nice. Thank God you're rolling it.
What are you disguising him as?
Just a human, I guess, since
Okay.
most of us are humans, right? Just try to hide the ears a little.
Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
I'll also keep my hood on my cloak up.
Okay.
When we walk out, let's have my imp walk out first, so it looks like we're an evil crew or something.
Yeah, probably a good idea. So I guess we finish our rest and then.
Yeah, so you guys finish your rest, and it's the next morning. You had an eventful night.
Now, what are we going to tell them in case they ask why we are human and not orc?
Grumish works in mysterious ways.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so I'll walk the imp out in imp form, and he'll be like, "What do they say? Hail Grumish?"
They're not that smart. They'll believe anything.
All right, he'll just walk out and say, "Hail Grumish."
While we take a moment here as well, I'm going to ritualize Skywrite and draw a picture of an orc in the sky.
Ooh. This is in the morning?
Yeah.
And once it's complete, then we walk out of the altar.
As you guys, you look overhead and there's an image of an orc in the sky made out of cloud, but you also see next to it, behind it, there's another image, an image of a very elderly man.
Does he have your likeness?
I mean, I'm not an elderly man.
No, but Kosef was.
He does look oddly familiar to you. He does look a little bit like Kosef Bursk, somebody you did interact with recently.
I should have known that he would have done something to the rituals to make himself immortalized. Anybody who copies the spell out of my spell book will always have an old man appear in Skywrite.
Alright, so I guess we walk out.
Imp in front.
So as you guys walk out, and they all stand. They all are still. They're sleeping and they're like, and then one of them like wakes up when you guys like bump into him. And they're like, Grumsh, and they all suddenly wake up.
All right, Grumsh has tasked us with meeting with Cran and possibly killing him if he doesn't do what we want. So lead us to him now.
They say, yes, we will go to Crater, home of Burning Banner tribe. Our great tribe, blessed by Grumsh. And they begin to lead you through the hills.
Does he still have that blue magic spear?
No, it's not in his hand anymore.
Okay.
It went away at nighttime, or when he went to sleep.
Okay.
Do you guys give them their weapons back?
Yes.
Okay. So the weather, the sky, it's a little cloudy, it's cool, and then, as you're walking, there's, a small bout of freezing rain sweeping in during the day. It's not totally visible, but eventually it's a little chilly, but it's not as cold as it was last night. And eventually they bring you to a set of caves. No, they don't bring you to a set of caves. And then, after climbing a jagged rise, the terrain flattens out ahead, and it's dotted with some scrub and a wiry tree here and there. There's a loose pile of stones stacked about 50 feet from where you are currently. And just beyond that, the ground opens up into a great craterous hole, over 100 feet in diameter. You spot some sort of like a carved stair on the inside of the crater, and it like spirals down beyond your view. There's a smoke trail rising from the middle of the crater, and near the stone pile, 2 orcs lazily stand guard, passing in a drinking horn between them. A blackened hide banner is planted in the ground near them.
Okay, we tell our group of orcs that these orcs may not be worthy for Grumsh, and if they block our paths, we may have to eliminate them for the greater good or so-called evil.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm very persuasive.
Persuasion or deception, I don't care. And with advantage.
Oh, thank Jesus.
I said that right at the right time. Oh my god, if I had said that like half a second later. They say, yes, we shall not slaughter till we approach. And they begin to walk inside into the crater.
We'll follow, right?
Yep.
And the 2 orcs that are like drinking, they pass a glance in your direction, looking a little confused, but then they just go back to drinking.
Well, I guess out of
All the way
character,
in.
they may think we're the group that's coming to negotiate.
That's true.
And has anyone done DDEX 1-9?
I don't think so.
It's Outlaws of the Iron Route. It doesn't actually really matter.
Not on this character, I don't
Okay.
believe. Not on character, I don't believe.
Nope.
I described a pile of rocks earlier, and the orcs walk up to it, and they say, "Oh, great Grumsh, clear the rocks, and we shall descend." And as the guy who has one eye says that all the other 5 orcs walk up and just start manually moving the rocks.
Mysterious ways.
And then they say, "Oh, thank you, Grumsh." And you see there's a passage into a cave complex. It's really narrow, only about 5 feet across. You'll have to like kind of squeeze a little bit in there. It's parts of the way, but you'll have to go in single file. And if you have like a 2-handed weapon, like you could not get a full swing through here. It would like hit the wall.
Okay, should we have them stay at the entrance and guard? Or should we have them go with us?
I think we should take them with us.
Okay. And Giron, could you cast, say, a light on something on my person, maybe my rope, that's my belt or something?
You got it.
All right, so I guess we go in with them.
Okay, I think I actually have a map for this. I do have a map.
Yeah, I assume you already have the mage armor. So we're here in the.
So you guys, you were in this middle area, and then you guys walked up to the rocks that were blocking the door, and trying to find that on the map. Trying to actually figure out where that is on the map. I think it's north, but I'm not sure. Give me a moment. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, and I guess I forgot to describe the, I'm really confused. Sorry, give me 1 sec. I want to check something.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, you move across the aside the rocks, and there's the narrow passageway that slowly descends, and it is going. It will lead you. Oh, you are not where I said you were. Sorry. I'm a dirty liar.
Oh, we're so.
This makes a lot more sense. I was like, how are you getting from there? So you pushed aside the rocks, and it's going into this passageway.
All right.
Yeah, because that was what I showed you. That was like the crater, but that was like inside the caves.
All right, put up detect magic, and I start making my way in
Okay.
with whoever asked for the light spell is likely leading.
So as you walk forward.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. As you walk in, and the air moderates as you move from the tight passage down into a smooth-walled cave. The walls have a strange whorl patterns intricately carved into them, almost up to the ceiling about 20 feet above you. In the center of the room are several barrels that serve as makeshift seats. Some of the barrels have been placed under a large board to form a table. Around the edges of the room are piles of worn-out weapons, half-full sacks, more barrels, and other junk. There is a passage heading away from this room, further into the earth. You also see there are also 6 orcs in the room. They're seated around the table, drinking grog and, playing games with their knives and gambling with dice. Even 2 of them are even sparring using old weapons.
Just continue with our orc escort through this thing.
Yeah.
They look at you and then they stand up. One of the guys the 2 that were sparring, they turn to you and they say, What is your purpose? Mr. Zigzag.
To become Jedi.
What is your quest? Do or do not. There is no try, my son. And they say, what are you doing?
We are here on a important mission from Grimish. Stand aside and do what you were doing.
No human cave. Orc cave. And then the orc eye, the guy who has one eye, he walks forward and he says nothing. He just opens his eyes, and the guy immediately bows and takes a couple steps back.
And then we continue on.
Not orc cave, Grumish cave.
Okay. As you do this, you've stayed in the room for a minute, so you see that you have there's a real smell of foul grog, and maybe even some moldering grain. A combination of this really doesn't smell good. The weapons that they're sparring with are pitted and rusty and generally junky.
Should we pull the whole Grumsh demands tribute for this transgression? See if we can get some loot out of this.
I think we should just be happy that this is working.
Yeah. Let's not push our luck.
Then you continue forward through this this passageway. It's wider now, so you could if for those who are using 2-handed weapons, your sword could more than easily go through the you can swing it without issue. And you begin to go down, and as you walk in, the smooth-walled carved passage continues a steady slope down into the earth. Something rotted and foul catches your nose from up ahead, and you hear the clinking of chains. After winding about 80 feet or so, it opens again into another room, slightly smaller than the other, but with the same designs on its walls. A passage continues on opposite your position. The room has a wretched smell, bones litter the floor, and there's a dead orc in the center of the room. To one side of the room, a stained privy hole provides an obvious source for the evil stench. To the other, the clinking chains produce their origin. Several 2-headed mangy hounds, several are fiddling with bones. And give me a Arcana or History check to see if you know anything about these those carvings that you've seen in 2 rooms now.
Hey, Dean,
Yep.
On the writings on the walls, any of them in Orcish that I could read?
They're just designs as far as you
Okay.
can tell.
Okay.
Giron, you know that they are not. Giron and Sagan know that these are not man-made, or they're not made by tool, but some form of magic.
I have detect magic. I'm concentrating on. Do I?
No.
Do I detect a school of magic?
No, you don't detect any magic presently. You just know they were made by magic.
Oh, okay.
And also,
You're talking about the two-headed dogs? Or hounds?
No. We were talking about the patterns on the walls.
Oh, okay.
The dog. So there are 5 dogs. These two-headed dogs chained to the walls. You know, they're opposite the privy. So they're like over here, and the privy is right here.
So we just keep moving and hope they let us pass.
Yeah.
Are you gonna like go straight through the middle, or like go around the side? When you walk in, they lurch at you and growl, but they're stuck on their chains. They only have like 5 feet of movement.
We'll skirt them.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are you guys gonna go?
Continue down.
Yeah, assuming we don't see anything of value in the room, we continue on.
Okay, are you going to check out the hole, or just go to the next passageway?
Let's check the hole out.
Why?
You have fun with that. That's... It looks like a
It's a
privy hole,
privy,
you said, right?
right?
Yeah, like, if you want to look in the toilet, sure.
Hey, there might be something good down there, besides a log.
I don't think I want to get my imp mad and stuff him down privy.
Well, if any you guys are welcome to check out the...
It
the
does
privy.
smell absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't subject Archie to that.
What about the detect magic? Still should be going up. Is there any
Yeah.
magic down at the bottom of the privy?
Not that he detects yet.
Alright then.
Okay, then we'll continue on.
I said yet.
Oh, well, is it deeper than 30 feet?
I'm not answering that question. You haven't gone to look at it.
Well, I can see that far down. Does it go further down than we can see?
It's like there's a lot of fecal matter blocking your view.
Oh, what the hell! I'll go down there.
My God.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'll say, wait. If you really want to, I'll just mage hand it.
So, you can think of no better place to go than to jump into the privy.
I'm gonna vomit, guys.
Are you serious?
Why are you doing this?
I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do it. Let's continue on.
Yeah, so you guys know there was nothing in there. It was literally just a
Just
toilet.
wanted me to cover me in shit.
I felt there was, it's a hole in the ground. It's an opportunity for, I don't know.
Yeah, so no, we'll just continue on.
Okay, so you continue on, and you get to like a really long passageway. And it's like this circuitous descent further down, and you're always going down. And it takes you quite a while to get there, but after maybe 10 minutes of walking, you get there, and there's and you see the smooth passage. It continues its slope downward, curving on and on. After a few hundred feet, you can start to hear guttural voices chattering, and smell cook fires and unwashed masses. The passage opens up into a large room, similar in design to the others you've seen. Lying all about on crude straw bundles, furs, and dirty blankets are many, many orcs. Some are cooking food, others are chatting amongst themselves or harshly chanting something foul. There is an emaciated goblin moving to and fro among the orcs. attempting to help them with small tasks. They did not even proofread this.
Yeah, I've noticed that with a lot of them. There's lots of like just like
Grammatical.
careless grammatical errors and stuff just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
With a lot of them. Yeah, it's
I'm-
not
it-
just this
I'm,
one.
like,
It's like
looking
half
as,
the
like-
half the expeditions
yeah.
I've run.
I'm looking, is guttural a word? No, they mean guttural.
I whisper to One Eye.
Yeah, they mean the
annou-
word guttural, not guttural. Continue.
Announce our presence and tell them not to hinder us.
Okay, so wait, say that again.
I tell One Eye to announce our presence and not to hinder us in any way, or face Grummish's wrath.
Orc Eye, he says he takes a couple steps into the room, and now you guys are also in the room, and he's about to speak, but at the back of the room, a once fine high-backed chair, now scarred and nicked, holds the frame of an impressively built orc. He's clearly a chief among his people. To one side, a battle-tested great axe leans against the chair. To the other, a massive warg sits obediently as the orc strokes its wiry fur with a discolored hand. A blackened piece of hide hangs on the wall above his chair.
Let's
So-
let our
We should
one-eye speak.
we should ask the Eye of Grumsh that we just created if he wants to be the war chief.
I say we continue with what we were going to say. Have him announce our presence. Do we feel that the chief is that Cranon?
How good are your character's memory?
I'm a wizard, so
Uh,
memory is like a
Okay,
daily thing.
anyone who has a really good memory remembers that the orcs last night did say that Cranon was a giant.
Okay, then I say we continue with the plan. Have him announce our presence and not to hinder us or face the wrath of Grummish.
Okay, the orc eye, he steps in and he says, "Everyone, Grumsh has honored the Burning Banner tribe." And then his the man on the on the throne type thing says, "What are you talking about? Why do you bring outsiders to our home?" And he says, "These are not outsiders. Exarch of Grumsh. Grumsh, we have touched his altar. I am now in One Eye of Grumsh." And he opens his eye, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" And it's really quiet for 30 seconds. Are you guys going to do anything?
Just wait and see
How
how it
about
plays out.
somebody do the sculpt firebolt around One Eye to
They might be
kind
able
of
to
help?
see this component, the somatic or
yeah,
gestures and
because
stuff.
that is an actual like spell. So he'll be
Oh,
like, blah, blah,
okay.
blah, 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 blah.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Or thaumaturgy, make his words come out louder. Can we do that?
And I think that has components too.
Yeah,
okay.
pretty much almost every spell is going to have verbal and or somatic or both components. So like it's
Minor
not like
illusion
you can just
doesn't.
cast it without.
I mean,
them
somatic
knowing.
does, but no. I mean, I'll start doing it. I don't think these guys are gonna be able to understand like the somatic components of a thaumaturgy spell.
I don't know if
So
we
I'll
should
just
risk
start. I'll
it.
start making like the ground is gonna start shaking. Wind's gonna whip up a little bit, even though we're in a cave.
Let's not. Let's just let it see how it plays out.
No, I think we can support our boy. Oh, there'll be a instantaneous sound that originates from a point of origin within range, and it will be like the rumble of thunder followed by a orcish cry.
He says so after about 30. So are you guys saying anything? So you're making that that noise?
Yeah. Well,
They
I'm fully verbal component, so I'm not even moving. I'm just standing there like, praise Grumsh.
so the king he after about 30 seconds of silence well, you ended the silence, but he then says he says, stand down, stand down, stand down, and he motions for you to come forward.
Okay.
He says, please hold here. No, I mean, please come. Tell me why you have come here. Is it true what this one says?
Out of character, I assume we want to tell him that we want to meet up with Cranon.
Yeah, we could say something like, Grumsh has only told us that we must meet with the giant.
He says,
okay.
What business does Grumsh have in Cranon's crater?
We don't really know, right? So should we just tell him we don't?
Yeah,
That is not for us to wonder about Grumsh. We must merely follow his teaching or his orders.
Yeah, Grumsh said our purpose will become known once we meet with him.
He says, well, I can offer you only passage, but it might cost you. If you truly come from the gods, then wealth has no meaning.
But, Chief, you also know by angering the gods that could cost you more than wealth.
He says, King Olbud, many arrows did not control such territory without angering the gods.
How much do you want?
1,000 gold pieces and a magic item.
Ooh.
Guys, we can just kill him on the way out.
Assuming they're still there. And they don't take our stuff and run.
Yeah, we can
I'm pretty
do
sure
that.
with invisible floating imps and owls, we can track them.
I've got that spear that I don't use that has the daylight on it that I can give them temporarily, and then if we don't get it back, it's not a big deal. It's
Or we could just have these orcs fight each other and have our... Because this guy is hindering us, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
like
And
that.
we can make a
Yeah.
new war chief.
Yeah.
I prefer that idea. You have hindered Grumsh for too long.
Yeah. Till One Eye.
Change of plan.
Yeah. Do you have aspirations of being a war chief?
Can you say that in front of the current war
Yes, totally
Yes.
say it right in front of him.
chief? Right there, right in his face.
Yep.
Love it.
Give me an intimidation check.
My imp starts going, new war chief, new war chief! Nice.
The hearing this, the king begins to lean back in his chair, and he tries to shrink. He shrinks a little, and he says, we do not wish conflict. I'm sure you see we outnumber you greatly. Please pay honor. Please grant gifts to the people of Grumsh, and go onward.
I'm gonna cast message to the person who speaks orc, and tell him no. I will do earth tremor.
Yeah. The time for negotiating is past. You have insulted Grumsh. There's going to be a new war chief.
As soon as he does that, I'm going to cast earth tremor. And
Sounds
try and
like
do it
Earth.
hiddenly. And I'm going to sculpt it and pretty much shake his chair and the warg, so it doesn't hurt them.
Sounds like initiative. Garon's getting ready.
So I'm sculpting it so that way they don't take damage or anything, I'm basically trying to make it like prove that we have Grimish on our side.
Okay. So out of character, I have a quick question. Richard, I know you said you have to leave at about 4:30. Is that correct? Or like 30
probably
minutes?
45 minutes or something would be
Okay.
okay.
In that case, I'm going to deem that there's not going to be a combat, and if you give them 1,000 gold, they'll let you go through. And a magic item.
No.
Then
Magic item?
New War Chief time.
I do
War
not
Chief time.
agree.
New War Chief time. Start.
They say okay.
Take ready to start his lawnmower.
Okay.
Sagan's pulling the ripcord.
So, just in the interest of time, this is not a particularly, like, I mean, it might be a challenging encounter, but it's not particularly important. So, why don't would you guys like them to let you go, or would you like to slaughter them all?
Oh,
They're dead.
Either way, it's going to
go,
be
actually.
quick. Either way, it's going to be quick.
I'll spend one of my 3rd level spell slots and say that I fireballed half of them. Maybe the other people maybe Alar fireballs the other half, and everyone else just goes to town and like the monk stuns
Or just
the
kill the
guy.
king.
And yeah.
Yeah, and
As soon as the king is dead,
then we place
put
One Eye as the
in
new
there.
war chief.
Yeah,
Okay, so everyone is in agreement that you are going to kill these guys?
just the
Well,
king.
kill the king.
Let's just
At
kill
least
the
the
king.
king. Then the other ones I assume will fall in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, does somebody have a hold person spell?
Indeed, I do.
Use up one slot of hold person. All the other casters use one spell slot, and if you're not a caster, lose 7 hit points.
Okay.
I could
Is that cool?
totally use my hex right now.
Is that cool? And we'll just skip the combat?
that's cool.
Cool.
That's cool.
Did the Earth Tremor go off as well?
Yeah. Yeah, in addition to the Earth Tremor.
So the chief is dead?
So you have killed the chief, and maybe a couple of the other orcs were collateral, and the One Eye has now taken. After killing the chief, he walks over the chief's body and sits down on the throne. And everyone sits down and they say, "All hail, Grumsh! All hail, Ulag!" And they keep repeating that and chanting it.
My imp starts chanting along with them.
Nice.
Is there any magic in this room?
No.
So his axe wasn't magical.
No.
Okay. So I guess we continue on then.
So is there treasure though?
There is treasure if you're
It's theirs.
going to take it.
It's theirs. We should not take their treasure after we just gave them a new one.
I don't know.
Tell them
Grimsh
to give
could
us
demand
half.
tribute.
Tell them we require half of your old wealth, which will make your new wealth much greater.
Well, what about the dead orcs? Well, like the collateral dead orcs. We could we at least claim their treasure?
The only one who's really going to have much is going to be the king. I mean,
which we
there's
killed.
some other stuff. Yeah, the king's body. There is treasure on the king's body if you're going to search it.
Yes.
We will.
All in the name of Grumsh, of course.
Yeah, and we will dispose of his body in a proper ritualistic fashion.
And all of his stuff, of course, yes.
So is this ritualistic fashion throwing him into the fiery abyss?
We don't tell them. We don't tell. Well, they should pretty much know. we will give him an orcish burial.
They say very well. No, and then they say very well, and then the eye Ulag, who says, "No, he does not deserve burial."
You're right. We'll take his stuff and leave him here to rot.
He questions Grumsh. He dies. He is punished. He is the weak Orog.
Throw him in your privy.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
I'm gonna vomit.
Strip him naked and toss him in the privy.
Yeah.
Or
They-
take his stuff.
They're all chanting that, and they go do that.
Perfect.
And I'm not describing it. But they take all of his clothes. He's a naked orc, and they throw him in the privy, and he doesn't really fit, so they shove him down there.
All right.
Plunge him down.
And what do we get?
Okay, you also find a little bit of gold. And you
Alright,
find
7,000.
there was a pouch containing 250 gold pieces. There was an ornate dagger worth 8 gold pieces. There was an armband made of wyvern skin worth 5 gold pieces. And did you kill the dog, the warg?
No, I don't think so. Did we?
If it attacked us, we would have, but otherwise, no.
I like dogs, so you didn't kill it, and therefore
Right.
its loot is still.
So wait,
on its
wyvern
collar.
skin is valuable. We need to go back and
Skin that thing?
yeah.
You notice the goblin, the emaciated goblin that you had mentioned before or seen before. He's sitting in a corner and like just kind of like with his head down, but he's trying to see what's happening.
What is the little? I say to One Eye, what is the little one here for? I mean, referring to the goblin.
He says, "He was Gnarl's servant."
If you want him to be your servant, let that be. If you want to eat him, that's up to you. He belongs to you now.
And he says, "Parg, come!" And Parg comes over to him, and he's really nervous. And then, the eye, Ulag, says, "Gnarl, what do you want?" And the goblin says nothing, but he's eventually lets out a very meek, I wish to go." And then Ulag says, "Well, you will stay." And when he says that, all the orcs cheer. And the goblin kind of like cries a little bit.
My imp laughs.
So, why don't we tell? I say we tell One Eye to stay here, and we'll continue on.
Yeah, makes sense. He's got new responsibilities.
And then in parting, I say, what's his name? Ort?
Orog or something?
No, Ulag. Orog is a type of orc that is the race or type of orc that the king was. His name is Ulag, but now he goes by the Orc Eye of Grumsh.
I tell Orc Eye, see, your boons have already started falling upon you.
He's
However,
like, boon?
If you are now the war chief, that is a great boon. And if me or my exarchs ever come through this area again, always give us guard and safe passage. We will continue on now.
He says, "Ulag will not forget exarchs and Grumsh who helped him. I will serve honestly. I believe but to serve Grumsh."
All right, let's continue on.
Yep. Down the rabbit hole.
So as you you begin to go down this next passageway, and as you begin to get a little closer to the passageway, you start to feel like fresh, cool air blowing in, and the stifling air clears, and you can feel the cool from outdoors. The way opens into another chamber, this one almost as large as the last. There is an opening out into the crater to your right. The same smooth stone is present here, but the designs are far more intricate. The stone floor is shaped into furnishings fit for a giant. Present in the room is a large table with a few stools, a gem-studded slab that resembles a bed, a brazier, a cistern, and a shelf on the far wall. Books, scrolls, and sheets lie strewn about the room and on the table. The strange-shaped ceiling above appears to hang like an upside-down mountain range. You see a large stone giant sitting in the room looking outside.
Hey, before we go in, guys, what about casting? How long will a silent spell last behind us so they can't hear anything that's going on?
Why would it
10
matter?
minutes, but it's concentration, so as soon as the fight starts, it drops.
Okay, all right. This guy is obviously evil or somewhat aligned with the dragons, so I don't know how much talking we want to do.
I mean, is anyone
Wait, why
following us
is
out
he-
into this place?
Is there? Say that again?
Is any of them following us out into this place? As far I thought they were all
No,
staying inside.
you told all of them to stay back.
Yeah.
And he's and Ulag is staying with his new friends, or his new, the
Tribe.
people he can. Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons political intrigue. Just a coup. Yeah, we're fine. We don't need to worry about silence. Ain't nobody out here. If we do, we just say girl first in mysterious ways. We were saying those things to uncover a plot.
Right. So are we going to want to do much talking with this giant, or are we going to go hard, fast, and furious?
Should probably talk to him. I don't know. Do we even know why they were trying to make a deal with him?
The pool, right?
Yeah.
So we could at least say we're here. We could say that we're from the, what was it, Vorgan something?
Morgan Sharks?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably never met them.
Oh, you just want to try to take the place of the Cult of the Dragon?
Yeah.
And get what?
Okay.
So, have you guys made up your mind?
I mean, they came here to strike a deal, right? To get the pool
Yeah.
or something. So, are we going to strike a deal to get the pool? What would that do for us?
We can
maybe
do it together, information.
Maybe we keep the ruse up to get as much information as possible, then attack.
Okay.
Yep.
Mostly.
So, yeah, announce our presence.
I mean, all everyone
Oh,
do is,
great,
like,
Cronin.
archery and stuff like that. And...
We are emissaries of the Green Dragon.
He turns around and he turns around and a stone giant stands before you, impressive in his gray stature, wearing a crimson mantle and a host of talismans. Someone has an open mic.
Yeah, it's Zartan. I had to mute him. Is he in the game or no?
User was moved out
No.
of your channel.
There we go.
Right. A stone giant stands before you, impressive in his gray stature, wearing a crimson mantle and a host of talismans. His gaunt features and fluid movements suggest a grace not typical for giant kind. Behind his sunken eyes, though, lurks a flash of malevolence. You dare enter the domain of Cranon without permission? Tell me, fleshlings, why should I not crush you to pulp and feed you to my dog?
We were sent by a dragon.
We were sent here by a very powerful green dragon to negotiate over the we have heard that there is that you have come into that you have discovered the pool of Radiance.
Hearing the word pool of radiance, he's like, I have indeed. Continue, fleshlings.
We wish to see the pool of Radiance and then report back to our master, Vorgan Shirax, and we wish to strike an alliance with you to use its power to further both of our interests. You and the Cult of the Dragon.
He says, what chance do you have of unlocking the secrets of the Pool of Radiance?
I am an expert of arcane knowledge and of the planes, and there is no one more qualified than myself to investigate the properties of this pool.
And you say you speak of you come for Vorgan Sharax?
Yes. Out of character, I think he's an ancient green dragon. Is that accurate?
Either adult. Maybe he's an adult.
He's an adult.
Okay, so yes, Vorgan Sharax, hundreds of years old, a green dragon, just recently took up a lair about 100 miles from here in a city known as Flan.
When did this happen?
Within the last 2 weeks.
Now what does Vorgan Sharax need the Pool of Radiance for?
That's between the Pool of Radiance and Vorgan Sharax.
We can't
he
begin to
did
understand
not
his...
impart that information to me. I am merely to confirm that the Pool of Radiance is here, and then report back after we negotiate a settlement between you and Vorgan Sharax, if you wish.
Wait, so you were saying you could negotiate what with Vorgan?
Negotiate a deal where he'll work with the Cult of the Dragon.
Wait, so if he agrees, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably kill it. We're just gathering information. We're probably gonna kill him.
What more
anyway,
information can we get?
Though, in case
show
the
us
pool
the
isn't
pool?
here, yeah. In case the pool isn't here, you can show us where it's at. Do we see a pool in the room, Dean?
No, not in this room. No.
Okay.
He says, I am amicable to this idea. I wish to meet Vorgan Sharax.
After you tell him after you show us the pool, then we'll be.
If you would show us the pool, that we may relay to him.
He interrupts you and he says, "Fleshling, you do not make demands on me."
I think that's code for initiative.
How unfortunate for you to reject Vorgan Sharax's offer.
We do not reject Vorgan Sharax. I reject your dismissive behavior, mortal. Pay proper tribute to the great and mighty Tyrant Thraxis, you lesser being.
Ooh. Wait, do I need a knowledge check to know who that is?
Yes. Everyone make a history check.
I mean, I know who that is, but...
History check.
You actually told us who it was.
I got a 0.
I don't actually... Did I?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't supposed to. Wait,
well,
I told... Giron?
I know who it is because of the... That was what I was talking about, the last Pool of Radiance, like 200 years ago.
Well, yeah, someone said it.
So Giron and Alar, you both recognize the name Tyrant Thraxis, and let me read off the little bit of information that you're supposed to know about him, if you recognize
Yeah,
that.
there's an... If you look up the Pool of Radiance on the Forgotten Realms wiki, you'll probably find...
You could have also learned it as part of DDEX 1-5 or 6
Yeah.
from a dwarf.
Scroll thief.
Yeah.
Where is this? They say it's in like this section, but I just flipped through the whole adventure and I don't see that section. Go a little slower.
Yeah, he's a demon.
That is true. I saw this earlier.
A Yugoloth.
So yeah, we've got a dragon on one side, a
Aren't the
demon on the
Yugoloth
other.
devils?
I
don't know.
I think in Forgotten Realms, Yugoloth are demons.
It doesn't really matter. Well, you know that he is a. His name is. He goes. Well, he's known as Tyranthraxis, the possessing spirit. And he. Yeah. And
yeah,
since the
we're killing him. Nope. Can't
Run
let
of the
this
Blade
guy. We
also
can't
is
let him.
instrumental.
We can't let him infest the mortal world again. So yeah, initiative time.
But then he says, I will show you the pool, and you will bring it back to Vorgensharax.
Okay, I will let him show us the pool, and then we're gonna kill him.
Cool. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Yeah. As you get. Oh, there it is. You know. Okay. You don't know his true identity, but he is some. And no one does really. But he is some sort of malevolent extraplanar entity that has existed for a long, long time. You recognize that you know that he's had cults in Faerun before, cults of his own, and it was through those cults that he took control of a bronze dragon for several decades, destroying Flan with an army of savage humanoids. Eventually he was defeated, only to reappear later, ruling over many evil beings in the overrun Mythdraenor, and learning more secrets from the magical pools that seemed to be his entry into the world. Once again, he was brought low by a group of adventurers aided by Elminster and was thought slain. However, the mysterious appearance of a new pool of Radiance has brought Tyranthraxis back to Faerun. Remaining in stasis in the pool, he was able to possess the stone... Nope, you don't know that. He was able to possess the stone giant shaman Kranin, though you don't know that, when he touched the magical liquid. Instantly, he gained the knowledge and experience of Kranin, but the stone giant's sheltered life didn't give him enough information on what transpired in the last 150 years.
And now you can pee.
Great!
That mantle he's wearing, that's probably magical, I bet. Because it was part of the description.
Tech Magic is still up, right?
It's up to the DM. I cast it before we entered the tunnel, so we'll see.
I could also use the wand.
Oh, you have a wand of Detect Magic?
Okay, I'm back.
Yay.
He says, I will show you the pool.
Show you the worm.
Is everyone here? I'm not sure if anyone left.
Yep.
Cool. He walks over to the edge. He starts exiting the room, and you've now actually you see that you're like at the edge of the crater that you were in earlier. And a crater over 100 feet in diameter stretches down nearly twice that distance. The crater's sides are craggy and sharp, with two prominent ledges. Wait, are you above the crater? Maybe you're at the...
No, we're down at the bottom of it.
Yeah, but this is assuming you're not. I don't know. I'm just going to read it. One of these ledges, close to the top, is littered with some sort of debris. A cave entrance can be spotted beyond the ledge. A roughly hewn stair is carved into the interior of the crater, winding down from the top all the way to the bottom along the circumference of the crater. Another cave mouth can be seen just above the crater's floor. On the floor of the crater, a stone structure that looks like a hut sits next to a fire pit. There are a few wiry trees present on the crater's floor, and an incomplete circle of standing stones is near the center. The circle is broken by the existence of a silvery pool which shines with an unearthly glow.
So that's our cue, isn't it?
Alright, thank you for showing us the pool.
Or we just surprise attack him.
Yep, that's the idea.
He says, "Please, would you like to come to my hut? I have a visitor's hut just for my guests."
No.
No, here's fine.
Would you like to go to the pool?
We'll get on that in a minute. And,
yeah, the pool, yeah.
Casting.
Well, we can see the pool.
I'm starting to cast already. I'm standing right next to him and I'm starting to cast.
Yeah, so we're gonna jump into surprise round if he's not expecting us to attack.
I'm gonna roll a d6 to determine if he realized that he said his name Tyranthraxis or not. Even numbers, he realized it. Odd numbers, he did not know he said that. Even he did realize it, so no surprise round, sorry.
Oh.
But I will add him to combat.
Me too, please.
Ooh,
are you sure you're not? Oh, everybody needs to be added because you're not on. No? Okay, yeah, I need to re-add everyone, I think.
No, you
too late.
can add yourself by just clicking the initiative thing on your character sheet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or you can just select everybody and press Control U and put us in.
Are we up here? That ledge?
You're right here. I can't
okay.
look. You're here.
Okay.
It's a go time.
Cool. So is anyone not in initiative right now?
Tarsus.
Okay. Cool. So everyone should be able to update their own initiative now. Cool. Is everyone in the initiative now? Yes.
Yep.
Okay, Biff, you are up. So everybody is in this room, maybe 20 feet away from him. He is at the edge of the room. you know, which is at the, you know, let's say you're near the floor of the crater.
Okay, I'm gonna run up and punch him.
That's not very nice.
Stun the boss and then go to town.
Those are my 2 attacks, and then I'll spend a key point and do a flurry of blows on him also.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Before you do that, if that 15